What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Waters, and welcome to World Championship Preview in 3 days. What's up, Unfiltered Waters family? I'm just popping in post-workout here to share my experience with taking IM8's Daily Ultimate Essentials Supplement. It has 92 essential nutrients. I can't say enough positive things. Better sleep for sure, more energy, sharper mental performance, as well as a healthier gut. And don't take my word for it, it's been founded and created by Mayo Clinic experts as well as NASA, co-founded by David Beckham, and it's also NSF certified, which means it's been third-party tested. So swimmers, athletes, you're guaranteed that it's completely clean and safe to take. And I have to say, I think the biggest impact for me has been I've been able to do this consistently because I pop it in here, I shake it up. Whether I'm on the go, whether I'm on the plane, whether I'm in the pool, it's really, really easy for me to take and make sure that I'm consistent. I've noticed a huge difference in my energy levels as well as my recovery. So you know the drill, Unfiltered Waters family. Do code UNFILTERED for 10% off your order. Drink up. What's up, party people? If you are an Unfiltered Waters fan for just even a little bit, you have heard us talk about Dream Recovery. And from the start, Dream Recovery has been dedicated to providing a suite of tools to helping human beings reach their highest potential through sleep and recovery. And so, as you can see here, if you're watching, you can see my swaggy blue light blocking day glasses. I've also got my swaggy blue light blocking night glasses, and they've got their brand new style, which is killing it. If you're listening, then go on Instagram or Google it. And then I'm holding up my Dream Tape Plus. Of course, they've got the Dream Strips that are those vertical ones if you're a little bit nervous of having your mouth taped shut. But the Plus, of course, is that amazing skincare. It's got collagen, it's got aloe vera, it's got vitamin C. I wake up and my lips are flawless. And then, of course, the Performance Sleep Mask is something that I cannot do without. Athletes, we always talk about controlling the controllables. Well, guess what? A sleep mask is step one to doing that, whether you're in an airplane, whether you're in a hotel room. Like, you can't always know what your environment's going to be. So being able to make sure you can black it out completely is huge. So without further ado, you know the drill. It's code UNFILTERED30 for 30% off your order. So go shopping and get everything you need to live at your highest potential.
We are insanely excited.
You'll be there.
I will be there. At the moment that this is actually uploaded, I think I will be flying there because I fly on the 23rd and World Champs are the 26th of July through the 3rd of August.
Yes. So you can watch it on the plane.
Exactly. I've got quite the long plane ride. I think I'm like Boston to Dubai to Singapore. So
stop.
Yeah, it's pretty far. We've been to Singapore together.
Went to Singapore for Olympic camp, right?
Yeah, in 2008.
The monkeys.
Yeah, we would leave. We were training at this beautiful outdoor pool at like a country club. And if you left anything in your swim bag that was even remotely unwrapped, these monkeys would come into your bags and steal your stuff.
I feel like I, for some reason, didn't have food, so that didn't happen to me. But I remember people being like, oh, like my granola bar is gone, or like my drink's gone, or like, no, I can't remember who it was, but someone had like something, like a bracelet stolen.
The little bandits.
That's such a good word for it.
Yeah. They are little bandits. So I'm going to have to look out for that while I'm there. But we are so excited to talk about this and lean into everything that it means for it to be a post-Olympic year. I feel like this year is so weird in a way because you have some of the top tier athletes that have maybe been around for a long time, kind of taking a breath and a break from the sport. And then we have these new young people who have been just inspired by what they saw at the Olympics.
Yes, hungry.
And they're like, I want that. And so this is when that year starts. So I know we have a lot to cover, Katie.
We have a lot to cover. And we're going to call it out because we both hate having computers on our lap. But like there's similar to when we did the State of Swimming episode, there's just too much information. We don't want to screw anything up. We want to say the names right. We want to say the times right. So we're going computer for today.
And I think that's okay.
I think it's okay.
Everybody can understand.
Everyone can understand.
Yeah. And we did a lot of research. Like this, I mean.
All morning. It's all we've been doing. All morning.
Yeah. And we're not even going to be able to cover every event because if we were, this episode would be 4 hours long and nobody needs that. So we're going to be short, concise, give you guys a skinny, let you guys know what you need to be watching for. And it's going to be a hell of a world championships.
I'm very jealous that you're going to be there. It's going to be beautiful. You get to see all the people and talk to everybody. But I want to start before we go into races we're excited about, rookies, all the things. I want to hear your favorite story from your world championships.
I went to a lot of world championships. I think I went to 6.
Casual.
Starting in 2007. I know, because I was just like
7, 11, 13, 15.
7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Yeah, so 6 world championships.
That's pause for a...
Oh, well, thank you very much. I don't know how you pick one memory, but I will say a memory that I have of you, Katie, that stuck out immediately was in 2007, the World Championships were held in Melbourne, Australia at the Rod Laver Arena, which is, if you're not familiar, that's where the Australian Open tennis tournament happens. And it is an iconic venue in just the sporting world, period. And they kind of did what they did with Lucas Oil over the past summer for US Olympic trials, where they converted it into this pool. And swimming is one of the biggest sports in Australia. So it was just super hyped up. And I was there to only swim the Turner backstroke. So I had a very light schedule, unlike the woman sitting next to me. She was swimming like 18 different times, probably. You probably were. But it was the 400 IM. We were in 2011 World Championships in Shanghai, China. And we've all been there. You know, it's a team of probably 52 people, right? It's normally like 26 men, 26 women, around that. And so you're bound to have somebody that's having the meet of their life, and you're bound to have somebody that is maybe not having the meet of their life.
Yeah.
And you actually taught me a valuable lesson, Katie. I went up to you after your 400 free, which wasn't your best race.
Not even close.
Which is okay to say. Like we're all human. Like I had a horrible World Championships in 2015. I didn't even make a final in a single event. So we've all been there. Anyways, you had made the final in the 400 free, but you did not perform well. And after the session, you get drug tested, all the things, and we go back to the team area where we have dinner. And I remember coming up to you, Katie, and saying, "Oh, Katie, like, great job tonight." Because like sometimes you just like don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say, yeah.
And you were in, I will say, the most like the nicest way possible. You were like, "But it wasn't."
Like, did I say it like that? Hopefully it was.
No. You were not. But it made me self-aware for the rest of my career to be like, I know it wasn't a good swim for you.
Yeah.
You added 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's not a good swim.
No. For anyone.
But I told you good job. And that's such a lazy thing to say to somebody. And it really made me look myself in the mirror. And from then on out, whenever I knew that a teammate didn't really have a great swim, I didn't automatically go to the lazy thing, which is, "Oh, hey, good job. Like, you'll get them next time."
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to say anything. Like you said, just like a pat on the back. Hey, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's
still
okay.
love you.
Yeah. 1000%. So I think that's important to share with the listeners, because we're all trying to kind of like deal with so many personalities and different outcomes of races. And that was one time when I was lazy. And
I mean, I don't want to say lazy. How old were you at that time?
Old enough, 19, but
I love that you brought it up, because I do think it is so, and I've actually found myself feeling this way now, like when I was at Nationals this past month. You know it's the person's not happy.
Yeah.
But you don't want to like also ignore them when they walk by you, right? You want to be like, avert the eyes. So you're like, well, okay, what do I say? So it's not a lazy thing. It's more just like, what words can I use? What does this person want from me? And I just have always found time and time again, it's just like, you don't want to be ignored. You just want acknowledgement, like, hey, I love you regardless. Pat on the back. I'm here for you. I'm your teammate. I support you. You'll get it, like you just said. So I do think it's a good lesson, because if you haven't been there, even from like a parent standpoint, a coach standpoint, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, like what? I mean, Jackie even asked us that. Do you remember we were in Paris in an Uber and we were talking about someone who had a bad swim, and he was like, what do you guys want to
Oh,
hear?
yeah.
And we were both like, that's a great question,
Yeah, it
Jack.
is. Because all that to be said, it's also different for everybody.
Right.
So it's like you have to kind of know the people that you're going to
Yeah.
be addressing after a race or not. So
But for the most part, when someone has a bad swim, they don't want someone to say good job.
yeah,
right?
Because it's like it wasn't. What's the thing that you say about compliments?
Oh, the compliments that mean the most are unprompted and specific.
Yes, that's when I have a good swim. Or yeah, I like that.
Because it's not,
that.
When you're face to face, someone comes, we're going on a tangent, but like when someone comes towards you and you just did something, whether it was a speech or you played the violin or something, that person is then obligated to say something.
Yeah, they kind of feel like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be not really specific because like they feel like they had to say it.
Right.
But if you sat there and I came up to you later and was like really thought about it and like, it wouldn't have made a difference if I came up or not to you. You wouldn't have noticed, right? If I came up to you and was like, wow, the way you played that one note on the violin on that, that means so much more.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because you were dialed in.
Yeah.
Anyways,
okay.
and tangent. What is a story that you remember from Worlds?
So I have a funny one. So 2007 World Championships,
Okay.
Melbourne.
Yep.
Your first Worlds.
It was.
I actually have two now that I think about. One is you trying the Vegemite.
With Eric Fenn.
With Eric Vent. You had a conniption fit.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
You were disgusted, which, to be fair.
Yeah, you don't like it, do you?
No, I hate it.
Well, this is also coming from the girl that loves hot dogs, which we'll talk about later.
It's a whole nother tangent I can go on. Anyway, hot dogs are amazing. No, they're not. Yeah. And then sitting in the team, I don't know if this was like day one. I feel like it was like a day one, like war cry. Like, so John Collins, legendary coach for those of you who are too young to know, Jenny Thompson's club coach, Lee Maurer's coach, like the list goes on. And he's the head coach of the team and he comes in with this vial. Like, I feel like it was like this like tub or tube, like a glass tube. And I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
It was red.
Red liquid.
Yes.
Came in and all of us, we were all like chatting and laughing and being super loud. And he walks in and stands in front of us. And it was just like an instant like hush.
Yeah.
And we're all like, like what? And basically to sum up, it was like, this is the Australians' blood. And we were like,
that we're going to slay.
And we were all like, that seems aggressive, but okay.
But we did.
But like, I remember walking out of there like, was that necessary? I don't know if I feel more pumped up or scared after this meeting, but the thought and the intention behind it was incredible.
It is. No, I agree. I mean, John Collins is an absolute icon in the sport.
Yes.
So like, for me to even be on that team and like be in that room with you, I was like, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I don't know if this is how things normally operate, but like,
that's your first world champ team.
Because I had Pan Packs the year before, but like different vibe,
totally different,
as you know. But yeah, I think it's also funny to think about all of the head coaches' different personalities.
Yes,
and that just spans throughout all of our careers. I mean, every single national team trip, we had a different head coach, more or less. And some people bring in fake red blood and say it's the blood of our competitors, and others.
And some people just say, "Let's go get it."
Yeah, like, go USA on 3.
So those are my most.
Those are great stories.
Memories.
Those are great stories. I'm happy to have been there for both of those.
Yes, I love that we were both there.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on to rookies to watch out for, because there are a lot of them. And as we've talked about, the year after the Olympics, I love the year after the Olympics because we're just grooming the athletes that are going to crush it in LA.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have like you in 2007, like you had to have your first team to be ready.
Yes. And I think that is what all of these rookies that we're about to mention will have under their belt, especially heading into this quad. And we've mentioned it time and time again. LA 2028 is the focus, and all of these people that we're going to be talking about are Americans. So that's kind of what we'll hit on for most of this episode. We'll bring in some of the internationals later on. But I think right now I want to start with Mr. Breaststroke himself, Campbell McKean.
Yes.
50 breast, 100 breast, going to world championships as just an 18-year-old. I think after Nick Fink not swimming this summer, we were in desperate need for somebody to step up. And obviously Michael Andrew is there and he's doing his thing at ASU and kind of readjusting to a different training environment. But I think Campbell McKean took this opportunity and ran with it. And my goodness, this is such a wonderful way for him to get exposed to an international meet, like a major international meet, get the butterflies out, because this is just kind of blanket statement for rookies, but sometimes you get a little scared at your first world championships. Not saying that's going to happen at all to any of these people that we're going to list. But I personally remember my first world championships at 14 years old, yours as well. I think you were 13, 14.
Yeah, 16, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my first one was the Olympics. I decided to just really...
Oh, yeah. Katie just decided to go straight for it. But even, like, think about you at your first Olympics.
Oh, my God. Terrifying.
It's petrifying.
Yeah.
So once you kind of get the lay of the land of how the mix zone works, how the transportation works to and from the pool, there's just so much that goes into making a trip. And having this experience, I think, for Campbell McKean is going to really set him up. And he's on his way to Texas. Yeah. And those guys and girls have been swimming lights out. So I think this is just the start of a really steady climb towards LA 28 for Mr. McKean.
Yeah. He's such a cutie.
I know. I'm excited to meet him. I can't wait to be in Singapore. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Luka Mijatovic. I think I'm saying that correctly. I'm sorry if I messed that up. But... you know what's crazy? So he broke the 15-16 national age group record because he's 16 years old, but his time was also faster than the 17-18 national age group record.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So he's a sweet. I feel like he was gonna have a meet like this in Indy. Watching him swim the 500, he was lights out there. So I'm excited. I mean, the 400 is, we'll talk about it a little later, is stacked internationally, as well as we have Rex Maurer. So I think, again, like you said, all of this is just get your feet wet, figure out especially for these distance events, like getting your strategy when you're swimming against not just one or two guys, but like an entire final that's out is a game changer. And I know it affected me when I swam the 400 free for the first time.
Yeah. And there's something to be said for knowing how somebody else internationally swims their race.
Yes.
Like, how nice was it knowing when you're stepping up behind the blocks for 4 free, 8 free, 4 a.m. Like, oh, I'm next to this person. I know they have a strong breaststroke, or I know they have a strong back half. Like, definitely, you'll get that experience by just going to these meets. And for somebody like Luka in a mid D freestyle race like this, that's priceless information that you can have in your back pocket for years to come.
And hard to just recreate. Like, you can't just watch race footage and know, oh, okay. Like, you just have to feel it out. Like, you just do.
You have to know what it feels like.
Which is so annoying.
I know.
You wish you could just be like, I'll study film. Right. Like football players or something.
I know, like, not a thing. You just have to do the race.
Yep.
But
next, we had Tommy Janton from Notre Dame, and I watched this in Indy when he made the team at a lane 1, and I swear to God, his teammates must have done like a 42-inch vertical.
Oh, wow. Because they were soaring.
Yeah. They were so excited. He's such a sweetheart. He's so humble. And so to see him win, he got second in the 100 backstroke was just those outside smokes, those rookies coming in, like every single quad you have them. And so, yeah, it's going to be, I don't know how he'll do. Like I said, it's going to be figuring out I don't think he's ever been on any team before.
I don't know. We'll have to check, but I think you're right.
Yeah. So that's a fun one.
And it's so fun, too, because the Notre Dame team has been through so much over the past year, but few years. Emma Rainey is one of my best friends, and she swam at Notre Dame back when we were swimming like 10 to 14. I think she was 11 to 15. But she's like, God, Notre Dame is always just there. Yeah. Like they finally get back and then they're dragged down, and then they're finally back and they drag down. So I feel like this was such a win for not just Tommy, but Notre Dame, period. And that goes to what you were saying about the team's reaction. Like, that symbolized a lot more than just Tommy doing an outside Chris Giuliano smoke, like outside smoke lane. Right. Yeah. So I'm another one that I'm really excited to get to know in Singapore. So yeah.
All right, you talk about Mackenzie next.
Okay. All right. Mackenzie Shiroki. This woman is unbelievable. I'm going to hopefully get all of her years correct. But if you do not know who this woman is, you need to do your research. Or lucky you, I did the research for you. So,
You're welcome.
So enjoy. Okay, Mackenzie Shirokee. 2021, she commits to play D1 hockey, ice hockey at Minnesota Duluth. 2022, she breaks, I think it was like a state record in the 100 breaststroke. Decides to decommit from playing ice hockey at Duluth and commit to swimming at Tennessee. 23, 24, I believe, or 22, 23. I'm messing the years up, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. But she takes kind of like a year off to swim year round for the first time ever. I'm sorry.
Wild.
What? Then she goes to Tennessee, like on the podium at SECs, at NCAAs, and makes Olympic trials and just crushes it. And now here she is a year after that, making her first ever world championship team. And she is so fun to watch. I feel like she has brought some of her ice hockey energy
Oh, yeah.
to the pool. And like that, I mean, we're talking about how do we make the sport a little bit more interesting to watch? Like Mackenzie Shirokee is bringing it. She's so fun. She's electric. She's spunky.
That is such a good word for her.
Yeah. I don't even know her and I love her. Like,
You guys are cut from the same cloth.
Yes, totally.
Yes.
I feel like we're going to be like two little peas in a pod.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the final night in Indy. She had to do a swim off.
Yeah.
To get the spot in the 50 breaststroke. And I mean, when she walked out, I was like, she won. She won the race. Because she was just like flexing and beating her chest. And I was like, okay. Like it
Let's
made
go,
everybody
girl.
else like, let's go. And yeah, she won. I mean, she was only, I think, like 12 or 13 100s off of what Lilly did to win the 50 breaststroke in her
she was
swim-off.
30 point low, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, I'm excited. She's like, spunky.
Yeah.
That is Mackenzie Shirokee, spunky.
Yep. We love her.
Yeah.
And we love Tennessee swimming. Like we love Tennessee. I just love Matt Credich, who is coaching there. And
Yes.
his contract just got extended till 2030. So congrats to him. But she is going to be somebody to watch out for over the next few years.
Definitely. And then the last one, this one just really tugs at the heartstrings. Jack Aikens, 100 and 200 backstroke. This is his fourth time trying for an international team, and he's got third at the Olympic trials. He got third in other, I believe, qualifying for the World Championships before that. So just the mark of resilience, grit, and his reactions when you saw him look up at the scoreboard reflected that. So really cool.
We're very happy for Jack, and he's going in the 100 in the 200 backstroke. So he definitely made a statement, and I hope that Jack Aikens is here to stay.
Me too.
For the backstrokes. I mean, that's another event that might be a little bit more open now that Ryan Murphy is kind of on a little pause. But it's really cool to see people like Jack Aikens step up, get their shot. Kim, I mean, all these people that we're talking about. Like, these are names that we'll all need to remember and look out for over the next few years. So
definitely. And obviously there's tons. There are tons more, but like you said, we don't have time for a 4-hour podcast.
Right. We don't. I mean, Caroline Bricker, we can mention. We're going to mention her later.
Yes.
But she is another one that's just like, okay, girl. We see you.
Welcome.
We see you 205 and a 2 fly.
Her face was just like,
I know. I would be too if I went 205.
Same.
That's like silly fast. I think she's now the 5th fastest American ever.
That's
in the
insane.
200 fly. And it's behind like Reagan, Haley Flickener, Mary DeSenza,
Mary T. Maher?
Mary T, obviously.
Which is crazy.
And now Caroline Bricker. So, girl, welcome to the club.
Yeah, she's
You're
a sweetheart.
Here to stay. Yeah.
All right. What races are we excited about?
Okay, we're obviously, because it's a Katie and Beisel podcast. Sorry, y'all. We're going to talk about the 400 IM.
I mean, duh.
Of course. And we're not going to talk about this because it's necessarily going to be a race. And that is no knock on any of the competitors. As two people that sit here and go 4:31, we would be 8 seconds behind Summer.
It just like crushes my soul a little bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah. She goes a 4:23. And here's the thing, and I was saying this to you yesterday, Katie. Her Summer McIntosh's splits from Canadian trials that happened just last month. I was looking at them, and on paper, they don't seem that ludicrous to me.
Here's the interesting and magical thing
agree?
about the 400. But when have you, I remember saying this to my coach when I was looking at like record splits. You look at the hundreds and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, fly, okay. Back, okay, Brett. Yeah. Like whenever you put them on paper, they never look hard.
I know. Okay, so I'm gonna give you Summer splits. She's 59 out in the 100 fly. All right, that's actually a little crazy.
That's insane. That was my 100 fly time. All out.
I don't even think I had 100 fly time. So there we go.
Yep.
So I would say, okay, I look at that and I say, oh, spooky, but not something that I've never seen done before.
Right. Yeah.
Other people have brought it out in 59.
Katinka was out in like a minute, maybe.
Yeah. Mireya was probably out 59 a minute. So
definitely.
Like, all right, it's fast. It's the fastest it's ever been done, but like doable.
Yep.
100 back, 106. I look at that and I was like, well, I was like 106, 107.
I look at that and I'm like, pfft.
Well, yeah. But then we get to breaststroke, 117.
Yep. Which is still.
And you were 115 and that was kind of like your split.
Yeah.
But I was 117. So I'm like, oh yeah, sick. 117.
Yeah.
Home in a minute, which we've both done.
No. 102.
Oh.
Like I have.
Well, I have. But it's like, and this is no knock on Summer whatsoever. She goes 423.
Yeah.
8 seconds faster than anything you and I have gone. But it's like, you're right. You look at those splits and you're like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. And then you actually dive in the water and do it. And you're like, there's absolutely no shot. She's already got 4 seconds on me after the first 100.
I know.
And then it only gets worse from there.
It's the stringing together. I mean, that's, I think, and also what people have to think about when they hear these splits is everything's from the hand.
Yes.
Right? So it's like you think 1 minute from the hand, 100 back, 106 from the hand.
Plus the turn, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, stringing all 4 of those together. And when you watch her swim, it doesn't even look like she's trying that hard.
She's that beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so efficient. It's so just like graceful. She comes into the wall and it's like 423.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I think she is so elegant, and like her younger sister is this beautiful figure skater.
Yes.
So I think that it maybe is just an attribute that like runs in the family, but she is one of the most stunning swimmers that I've ever seen. And it's so interesting when somebody is that stunning in the water, but they swim the most like grueling, gritty races.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think that alone, we just have to mention as seeing, listen, Summer McIntosh is only getting better.
Yeah.
Still, she will be knocking on a sub 420 400 IM soon.
That just makes my stomach drop.
That is unreal.
I can't even like comprehend. I mean, I think the guy's Olympic trial cut is like 418 or 417.
Yeah. Like yeah.
Well, okay. Let's bring that up. Just to put into context, if you're not 400 IM junkies like us, not chosen, given, made us,
to accept
made
it. Yeah.
had to accept it. But like, to show how great Summer is, if Summer is 10 seconds ahead of second place, 10 seconds. That's like I don't think Katie Ledecky has ever been 10 seconds ahead of anybody in a 400 free. Right?
No, because that would mean that, okay, let's say people are going 357 right now in the women's 400 free.
Right.
That means whoever is your top seed, if we're using Ledecky, she'd have to be going at 347.
Which we're 100 years away from that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So Summer McIntosh is a once in a literal century athlete.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to see the versatility that she spans. We're going to be mentioning her a few more times throughout this podcast, but I think the 400 IM for me is the most impressive event that she has
absolutely
on her lineup. And
we're in awe.
Yeah. That's simply put. We're just in awe. Summer, you're amazing.
Yep. And just like this is just a gush on Summer podcast.
Yeah.
But like,
she's so great.
She's
like
so
as a human.
Sweet. I know. All right. Let's move on. Okay. So next up on my end and your end, 50 fly, women's 50 fly. I really want Gretchen to break that world record.
I know.
Really.
She's just a few tenths off of Sarah's record. Sarah Sjöström, we're talking about, from Sweden. And that was set in 2014. So we're talking about a record that's now 11 years old.
Yep.
And I think if somebody's going to do it, it's obviously Gretchen.
She looks like she has fins on.
Yeah, it does.
She like, it's just like watching her at nationals. I'm like, she gets such another one who looks so. And obviously, like with sprints, you have to be a little more like aggressive with your
like
stroke
choppier
and
almost.
choppier. But even with her butterfly, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like a work of art.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you watch and you're like, oh, I could do that. You know, when people make it look so easy, like when you watch something like surfing, you're like, oh, I could do that. Give me a couple tries.
You think? I don't think that.
No, well, I do sometimes
Because you're a good surfer.
Well, I'm a very average surfer, but that thinks I could be like Kayla Moore. Anyways, she is the perfect blend of finesse and power. And I do think that there's another world record coming for her in this 50 fly.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, if her 100 fly from Fort Lauderdale and even trial says anything, she's there.
Yeah.
It's just putting it together.
Well, and she keeps saying like, oh, I have more to give, my turn, my finish. I'm like, goodness. Like,
I know.
I don't think like when I broke a world record, I was like, oh, I have like more in there. I was like, that's it. That's all I got.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, then I broke it again, but I don't feel like I was able to look back on my races and be like, oh, I could have done, I don't know. I felt like I was like, that's everything I had.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for her to say, oh, there, and I guess like with a sprint, like everything makes a huge difference. But
Right.
it's cool.
It is cool.
It's cool.
So we're going to keep our eye on Gretchen in that 50 fly. And then up next is that men's 400 free that we mentioned earlier when we were talking about our youngster, Luka Mijatovic.
Yeah.
This is going to be an awesome event. It is stacked. I want to talk about the top 5, right? Or 6 in the world. Lucas Martins, Germany. Sam Short, Australia. Rex Maurer having the year of his life. Like absolutely swimming lights out. USA. Oliver Clement, Germany. Elijah Whittington, Australia. Florian Velbrock, Germany. I mean, it's like Germany, Australia, and then Rex is in there. And then, of course, Luca. But it's the Germans and the Australians in this event are so strong. That I know that you want to talk about Rex.
I feel like I've been such a fan since I met him in Austin and like, watched him do threshold work, and I've not seen anything like it. I mean, I don't know what the Germans are doing, but I just think he's on such a momentum swing that you can't count out young and momentum. Like you just can't count it out. And so you and I were there when Larson Jensen broke the American record in Beijing, and it's a 3:42.78, and Rex went a 3:43, I believe 3.
Yeah, it was low, I think.
It was low. So he's right there. And to break a record that's 17 years old, I think would just, right? Am I doing math on that right? Yeah,
yeah,
17
you're doing math
years
on
old.
that.
Almost to the day.
That's wild. Yeah, because that was, I mean, it'll be like August 08 was the first day of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rex Maurer. I don't think I know him as well as you do as a person, but I just have loved his family. Lee has been such an incredible coach, an incredible athlete herself. And so to see Rex kind of take after mom and follow in her footsteps is really, really special. And he's definitely somebody that we want to watch. And then, of course, we can't forget to mention Lucas Martins, who went under 340, broke Paul Biederman's world record that had been standing since 2009. And, you know, for it to go from one German to another, I think is so beautiful. And then on top of that, like you said, I don't know what the Germans are doing, but these Germans are on fire, not just in this 400, but the 800, the 1500. They have had such a strong distance freestyle momentum over the past few years, even with open water.
Yeah.
And so I think Lucas Martins has been a huge part of that and is kind of paving the way for these younger people to kind of be like, oh, we can go under 340. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Ledecky did for us. You
for
know
the 4-minute mark. Yeah. Isn't that so interesting of just like one person does it within the era? Like you need to have him doing it right then and there. And I feel like that helps. Yeah. I mean, now that 7 women are now under 4 minutes in the 400 free.
Yeah.
So,
which, I mean, we can talk about next.
Yeah.
Women's 4 free.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
I mean, I'm so curious on that note. You know, Summer just broke the world record, 354, which again, the girl just keeps loving beating me by 8 seconds. I was
I know.
4:02.
What if that was actually her bar? She's like, okay, what did Katie Hoff go? And she's like, all right, -8. That's the goal. Like,
So harsh.
yeah.
But I mean, I think my question is, Katie was 356 at Fort Lauderdale a month before Nationals. She was 358 at Nationals. I don't know how much. I'd be curious of how much they actually rested Katie for Nationals, because she definitely didn't look as sharp as I would say I've seen her. And I feel like obviously she knew she was going to make the team. Obviously, like the goal is Singapore. So I'm just wondering, like, yeah, she was 358 at Nationals and Summer was 4 seconds faster. But like, Katie's a racer. Katie's a legend. When you get in, she's going to race her. So I'm just, it's going to be a face off between those
it's
two.
going to be so fun. And then you've got Lonnie Pallister, who just recently went under the 4-minute mark. Like, we're going to have a lot of people that are maybe in the mix, maybe not up with like Summer and Ledecky, but are there for a podium spot.
Yep.
And I don't think we need to under sub 4 minutes is insane. Like, I don't want any of us to become numb to that.
Right.
Because we have Summer and Ledecky who are just like so far ahead.
Yeah.
But sub 4 minutes in a 400 long course meter freestyle, that's cooking.
I mean, to give context, I believe the Olympic trials cut in the 200 freestyle is like 2 minutes point something. So you just like go under the Olympic trials cut twice in one race.
Right. And that's now, like you said, like multiple people have now broken that barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a great race.
It's going to be a great race.
And then obviously the women's 800 to follow that up, talking about Summer and Ledecky.
I know. They're going to be head to head quite a bit.
I know. And this is just like, I think it truly is the Ledecky effect. I think she breaks all of these barriers and it opens the doors up for everybody else to believe that it is possible.
Yeah.
And I mean, to think that Ledecky is 28 years old.
That's crazy.
And she's still going an 804, a 356, 155 is like nothing.
Yeah. It's like the cat. It's like her normal, her like race.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 15, whatever, 20 in the mile.
Yeah.
It's something that I hope doesn't fall on deaf ears. But I do think she is a reason that somebody like Summer can be like, I can go 805. I can go 804.
Yeah.
I can race you.
Yeah.
So that'll be, again, another incredible race.
Yeah. I mean, and Lonnie broke, I believe she was 8:10 in the 800.
8:10.
Yeah. So she'll be,
fastest ever.
I know. She's such a boss.
She is. Third fastest ever in the 800 and the mile.
Yeah.
She did at trials.
Yep.
And then under the 4 minute mark. So Lonnie Pallister is somebody that we're going to be watching, especially over the next few years as well.
Yeah.
She's on fire right now.
I feel like someone who Ariane opened the door for the Aussies there, and she was kind of looking at her and proved, hey, I can do it too.
Yeah, but similar to Ledecky, it's like there's always a trailblazer, and then people that follow because of them. So, yeah. All
right, what do we got next? I want to talk about. I mean, we kind of already brushed on this of just the men's distance and just how it's gotten so much more deep and competitive and exciting in the last couple of years.
It truly has. And I think Bobby Fink is a lot to thank for that, at least on the American side. But Florian Velbrock from Germany, I mean, we're talking about the Germans. They have an incredible distance program. I don't know what the training environment is over there, if they are all at a national training center.
Is it like Rocky and like Rocky 4, and they show the 2 testing sites?
I don't have any type of movie reference.
Where it's I'm not going to even try, but it's it basically shows the American Rocky kind of just lifting rocks and running on the beach and then it shows the Germans doing they're hooked up to all these testing things and doing science. And
they're 20 years ahead of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably, it could be.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be. And then you have Daniel Whiffen, the Irish guy, who he is just a fan favorite with his personality. He's so fun. Bobby, obviously, I think there's just so many people to thank for making the men's distance swimming one of my favorite races to watch now.
Yeah.
Because there are so many big names, just like there are on the women's side. Mm-hmm. Although the race is 7 minutes to 15 minutes, 14 minutes long, it's still really exciting to see what's going to happen. So
yeah,
I
agreed.
think those are going to be good.
I feel like Bobby will rise to the occasion. I know for him, I actually feel like him and Katie kind of mirror each other, obviously are training partners. And so I know that I feel like they both walked over the last night and both were disappointed with their races. You could just tell. But at the same time, I feel like they're training lights out right now and not resting. And so I actually think Bobby will make a huge drop. Just like he did in Paris.
Yeah. And I don't think he's anybody that we need to be worried about.
No.
He's been around the block a few times. He's in great hands with Coach Nesty, obviously training with Katie. So, it'll be good.
Yeah. Where do you want to go next?
Should we go women's 100 fly?
Women's 100 fly. Okay, we started talking about this and then we said, stop talking about it. Let's stop talk about this on the podcast. So obviously Gretchen being the clear favorite, American record holder, world record holder, but Tori's the reigning Olympic champion.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic because they are both the best.
Yeah.
Gretchen is the best that there's ever been. And Tori is one of the best racers that there's ever been. And it's just a question of who's it going to be on that day.
Yeah. But I mean, the crazy thing now is like, you have Gretchen who's at 54.6, which is a freestyle time. Let's be honest. And Tori is a good full second back, right? Which in 100 is a lot. Which you could look at that on paper and be like, oh, yeah, like Gretchen is it for sure. But what we were saying is Tori is I remember there's a picture of her after, I think it's the 4x medley relay in Paris, and her leg, she like can't even get up. Her legs are that dead. So I just think she's such a savage racer while Gretchen's the clear favorite.
Clear favorite.
It's not a lock.
Yeah, which is like crazy to say.
Yes.
But I think just based off of last summer's Olympics, which is what we're going off of course. We're going to see if that same dynamic is maybe replicated this summer or not. But yeah, I fully agree. Gretchen is hands down the clear favorite. She's ahead of the world by a full second in 100. Like, let's call a spade here. Yeah. Gretchen Walsh is the best to ever do it. But then you got Tori Husk, who's just like, she's kind of like quiet and
she's like,
she's a racer.
Assassin.
She is.
But also really cool to be able to think that we, again, like when you have the Americans 1-2 on the podium, there's nothing like it.
Oh yeah. It's a win no matter what.
Yeah.
And they're both just great humans as well. Mm-hmm. And I love watching them compete because I think they make each other better.
Definitely.
Which is always, I feel like you and I had that same thing. We were like best friends, but whenever we raced, you were pushing me, I was pushing you. Yeah. Like we were faster because of each other. So
absolutely.
Again, like you said, it's even luckier that they're two Americans. So that's our little 100 fly wrap. Now let's go to the men's 100 fly because I feel like this race is again similar to the men's distance.
Yeah.
Stacked. I mean,
kind of wide open.
Yeah. Like everybody is 50 point.
Yeah.
It's like, which is crazy.
Like 5 guys, right?
Yeah.
Leando, Shane, Howman,
Ilya Karun.
Yeah.
Noe Ponti. Yeah. It's going to be one of those races where it's just like who is on that night. And those are sometimes my favorite to watch because you don't know. And those are sometimes also the hardest, like if I'm doing my post-race interviews.
Right.
Because I have to prepare for like the whole heat. Like,
yeah, I've actually seen you do that. Talk about that. You have like a whole page of like what you're going to ask.
Because sometimes there isn't a clear favorite, but you want to obviously be prepared for any one of the 8 finalists to win and like know their little story or whatever makes them special. So these races are the most fun to watch, but sometimes the most stressful for my job. But that's a first world problem that I have. So
it's like, I mean, that would have happened to you if you were in Indy with Tommy. You'd be like scrambling, like, oh my
God, Notre Dame. Yeah, but yeah, I think I love like Josh Lando is one of my favorite people just because he swims at Florida and he's somebody that he was silver last summer.
Yeah,
in the 100 fly, and Ilya Karun, his Canadian teammate. I think they were 1-2 at trials. It's always like a showdown with them. And then Shane is on fire this summer. And I love to see it. So it's going to be great. And Noe Ponte was on fire this whole year. So yeah. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
What's next?
We are so proud to be partnering with Endless Pools, your in-home or in-backyard personal lap pool. Their exclusive hydrodrive technology powers one of the most advanced swim-in-place currents that I have ever experienced. So whether you're looking for next-level swim training, recovery, low-impact fitness, maybe you're a runner, and of course, family fun, Endless Pools has you covered. The range of versatile modular and swim spa models allows so that it fits in any space, any environment, and works with any range of ability. So we are very excited to give you a special discount. So go to www.endlesspools.com/unfiltered for $1,000 off your purchase. The timing is right now. We're heading into beautiful weather. So go get that pool and have an awesome, awesome summer. Women's 100 backstroke. I mean, Kaylee and Reagan were almost identical at their trials. 57.7, 57.6. I feel like I'm really excited for this showdown because I feel like they are evenly matched in terms of how they took on post-Olympic year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Reagan's been super, and let's go on a rant for a second about Reagan. Reagan has been very, very clear that she's been taking trips with her bestie, Kate Douglas. She's been at ASU with her bestie. Yeah. She has not been anywhere near 100% in terms of training. And she made the team in 4 individual events and was half a second off her world record in the 100 back. And she caught a lot of, I would say, flack from media about like having a disappointing selection meet. Selection that she was selected for. And so I know that was frustrating for her because it's what you need to do after the Olympics.
Yeah.
We're
just making the team here, people.
Right.
We did the job. We got the job done.
Right.
Now we can move forward and focus on Singapore and World Championships. But yeah, I think Reagan is somebody that we don't need to be worrying about.
Nope.
She's going to be just all right.
She is.
She knows what she's doing. She's been around the block. She's experienced, and she's somebody that you can always count on. And in this 100 back, I mean, with Kylie Moss, Catherine Burkhoff, Reagan Smith, Kaylee McCune, like the final, it's an event that I'm almost like, I'm so happy I don't swim. Like I'm sorry. I hope none of them listen to this because like it gives me anxiety. Like the backstroke in America, of course, has always been deep.
Yeah.
And then backstroke internationally. Goodness, forever,
yeah,
has been so competitive, and so I think this is one of those events where it's similar to last summer. It's just going to be like, whose day is it? Yeah, and similar. I mean, that Turner backstroke too. I want to touch on with Claire Curzan having the swim of her life.
So cool.
2:05. That's so, like the times that these people throw down now. Like it's just like another day. It's like just another 2:05. Like it's unreal. But and like the same people are kind of in that race. Kaylee, Claire in that one, Reagan obviously. It's just going to be again a showdown in that women's Turner back. So
yeah. It's. I mean, I know you were too. Like watching that in Paris, like pins and needles. So yeah, I feel like again, especially both getting 2 Americans on the podium is a huge possibility for both. So that always makes us all happy.
Yeah.
Man, women's 200 IM. I mean, well, of course, this is another one where it's like summer and who's getting silver.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that because I don't want to count Alex Walsh, but like summer is just too on fire. That's nothing against anybody.
No, it's not. And I think everybody would agree with that. 2:05.7, breaking the world record again in a different event. I think there's something notable to mention. Alex Walsh, Abby Wood, Kayla McCune, Yu Yating, Mary Sophie Harvey, all of those 5 swimmers are all 2:08. And then behind those 2:08s are 6 2:09 swimmers. So you're right when you say we have summer at 2:05 and then basically, I don't know how many people, what did I say? That's 11 people at 2:08, 2:09.
So basically to make the semifinal, you're going to have to be under 10.
Yeah. Which is not easy, obviously. Not
casual,
easy. Yeah.
under 210.
But you were talking about Alex Walsh, and how incredible this is going to be for her in
Redemption.
terms of Yeah, took the word out of my mouth.
Yeah, I just think, it's actually crazy. There was a DQ in the 200 IM final at Nationals, and I looked at Alex's face, and she looked like she got white. Like she was like, and it obviously wasn't her, but I mean, you can't fully overcome that trauma and that memory until you go through it again, you know? And so I just want her to be at an international meet, not get DQ'd, crush it. I know she really wants to get back to the 207 and 206 maybe and be in that range. She mentioned that at Nationals. So I have all eyes. Of course, we have to talk about Phoebe Bacon in a second, but like seeing Alex get back up this year, dust herself off, have an incredible NCAAs, have an awesome...
way, also throw in a meniscus surgery in there.
Right.
Like,
and she's crushing breaststroke, which it boggles my mind. Wouldn't that affect it the most?
I think so. I think she's just like that incredible of an athlete. And I think she really took care of herself.
Right.
Post, because I've had meniscus surgery too. And trust me, I wasn't popping breaststroke after that NCAAs. Like it's not the worst surgery in the world, but it's definitely not something that you just like bounce back from and go to NCAAs and win and then make the world championship team. So I think she just has an incredible team and took care of herself.
Right.
Which we can give no props to anybody but her for that. But I fully believe she can be 207, if not 206.
Right. Yeah. Especially if she's racing Summer, she's going to be, trying to take it out with her. Like, I think that's going to push her. And one thing to note, which is kind of crazy, is Kaylee McEwen and Kate Douglas, who are both Olympic medalists from Paris, just decided that they were done with the 200 IM.
Yeah, no, we're all set.
200 IM is a really painful race.
It's pure sprint.
It's like 100 tough. IM, but long course.
Yeah. But you know what? I respect their decisions.
For sure. No, I'm just saying, like, it's really cool that both of them are so versatile that they're just like, we don't need it. Yeah. We're all set.
It's a burden.
It's nuts. I mean, it opens up the field, and that's like, we go back to Nationals, seeing Phoebe Bacon make the 200 IM after she didn't make it in the turn back. Her reaction, I have chills, was my favorite reaction race of the entire meet.
Period. And especially saving it for the last night.
Yes.
That poor girl, like having to sit through all of that and like keeping her mind on straight and knowing that like, hey, it's not over until it's over. I mean, talk about perseverance.
Yes.
And getting through those meets and those moments through those meets. But Phoebe Bacon, if you guys aren't aware, she is like the queen of the pool deck. Like everybody is obsessed with Phoebe Bacon, and for good reason. Mm-hmm. She's who you want to be best friends with.
I think she has I would put spunky on her as well.
For sure.
Yes.
But like such like warm, chill, fun, like never takes anything, I feel like, too seriously, but will lock it in.
Right.
When she needs to. And I mean, we're talking about Kaylee and Kate dropping the 2 IM. Phoebe was 209 low.
Yeah.
There is a world where Phoebe Bacon can be on that podium.
Yeah.
At World Championships this summer in the 200 IM.
So cool.
That is a real possibility.
Yeah. It's open. It's open after, to me, it's open after, I'm going to say Summer and Alex. I think it's wide open.
Yeah, I think I agree with that for sure. So that's women's 200 IM. And then let's go to the men's and that 4x200 relay.
Yes.
And how that looks for the U.S.
I'm going to call redemption, baby, because
good, baby.
Taking down Great Britain, I think, watching our top four swim. I mean, I think the stat was, this is the first time in, I think it was 16 years that a 145.7, like 145.5 and up, I could be totally wrong. I'm right on this, didn't make the team.
Wow.
Like anytime you went like
16
years. Anytime you went like a 145.6, 145.7, maybe not individually, but you were making it on a relay spot or an individual spot. And so to see our depth for those, especially with those top four guys, And then having them led by Luke Hobson, who then he's the only guy other than Phelps to be under 144.
Yeah.
Is also sick.
And in a textile suit as well,
right.
Which we have to mention. And
yes.
I'm a big Luke Hobson fan. I mean, he broke the world record at Short Course Worlds last year in Budapest. And I think he is, again, he's somebody that just is clutch. Maybe he's not the best mid-season swimmer. Who cares?
Who cares?
Like literally, who cares? I just know that some people are like, "Oh, Luke didn't swim great at this mid-season meet." It's like, yeah, it's a mid-season meet. Why do we care?
Armchair critics.
Yeah. But Luke just crushes it every time it matters, and he's so humble. And I just get the impression that he's just a really kind, good dude that works hard.
Yep.
Isn't scared to work hard and do the work, and is reaping the benefits of dedicating himself to being the best freestyler in the world. And it's happening.
Period. Yeah. I'm just excited for, again, we've talked about this a million times, but there was so much chatter and talk after Paris on our performances, and after these nationals, there were some events we wish we could have been better, but some of these relays, which is a big piece that matters when it comes to coming away from a meet and being like, yeah, we won the medal count, we won the gold medal count. I feel really good about our chances for the 4x200 freestyle relay of reclaiming our gold medal status.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And Luke will be leading that charge. I mean, Luke almost honestly won a gold medal in that Turner Free in Paris.
I know. I know.
He was there. So we are in good hands with not just him, but everybody else that will be on that relay. And then, I mean, let's end talking about the women's 4x1 and this relay. And I want to mention Simone going 52 for the first time since 2019. That is, talk about just pushing through some hard times.
Yeah.
And not giving up. And 6 years without, that's a long time. And for her to be able to get back to that is, Simone is, you do not count out Simone.
No.
Ever.
I mean, Gretchen, Tori, Simone, Kate. I mean, Kate was 53.0, almost under. So, I mean, it's crazy to say, but you put 4 girls going 52 together. I mean, the Aussies obviously have Molly O'Callaghan leading them. Yeah. They have got some studs, but I feel like this is the first time in a while where 52s, you're in the gold medal race.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Who else is putting that up other than Australia?
Yeah.
No one. And I think this is a product of us being like, all right, home Olympics 2028, let's go. We start now, we start rebuilding the culture, we start getting these relays back on top. And I think this summer is going to be a huge indicator of what the next few years are going to look like leading into that in the best way possible.
Oh, yeah. I want this to be with a foghorn. We are here.
Say it again. But it needs to be. We are here. A foghorn.
Megaphone?
That's probably more like it. Foghorn.
Okay.
All right. Anyways,
we're moving on. Okay. Let's end on something really fun. That was a lot. So obviously we couldn't cover there's so many great races. Those are just, I think, when you and I went through all the ones that stood out to us that we are excited for. So
yes.
I'm sure that there are more that other people are excited for, but these are just the ones that I think really hit us after watching at nationals, knowing some of these athletes. But you're obviously going to be a nonstop in Singapore, working your little tail off with every single event. But yeah, I'm excited. And I think we end on our favorite memories of our world championships.
Oh, I mean, I immediately go to 2007 World Championships, which we mentioned earlier in the podcast. And it was Katie's first world record race. It was her 400 IM. And for context, I'm 14 years old. Katie and I aren't we're not friends, but we had only really known each other at we were at Pan Pacs in 06 the year before.
Yep.
And then maybe we run into each other at meets, but at that point I'm only swimming the Turner back. You are not.
You're right. Yeah, we didn't really like cross.
We were never in ready rooms together. Like we would only cross paths like at these meets. And I just remember sitting in the stands for the most of those world championships because I swam only the turner backstroke. So I was pretty much just like a spectator once I was done swimming. And Katie you were on fire that meet. And it was in Australia. So like on Australian soil where swimming is their favorite sport, maybe only second to rugby.
Yeah,
if rugby is their and it's at the Rod Laver Arena. For those of you that don't know, that is where the Australian Open tennis tournament happens. And it's just an iconic venue that they transform into a pool. It's sold out every night with tens of thousands of people. So that's kind of the picture being painted. And Katie is top seed going into this final. Were you top seed? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like Steph Rice is in the heat, and she's obviously the hometown hero. And Katie, I think it was the first race that I had seen in person on the women's side that was just like start to finish domination. And I remember being like, oh my God, like I want to be like that. And Katie breaks the world record.
What? That's so sweet.
Like, and all of us, and you were so young too. So like I saw a little bit of myself in you because I was like, oh, here's Katie Hoff. She's 16, 17 years old, breaking a world record. I'm 14. We're talking about barrier breakers and trailblazers. Like you were that for me. And watching you, oh my God, her reaction after. So shocked. I think, what were you, 4:33?
4:32.
4:32.8. Like American record, obviously. But it was, you were just on fire that meet. And it was a really cool moment for me. I think it was the first time that I felt inspired by watching something in person. Versus seeing it on TV. Like we're all inspired by watching the Olympics on TV. Right. But how many of us are lucky enough to witness something like that in person that played a role into me wanting to swim the 400 IM.
Sorry.
Just kidding. Yeah, damn it. Now that I think about it, it's all your fault.
It's your fault.
But it was like
so
one
sweet.
of those. Yeah. And I know you don't like love
I know
when I do this to you, but you're doing a great job and you're accepting it.
I'm trying really hard.
You're doing great. But it was just like a really special moment for me as your teammate and now best friend, like to see that and see, like, you don't really ever get to see your friends do something like that. And it was just a really cool thing to witness.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't
you're
know.
welcome.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
No. The more you know.
The more you know. You learn something new every day.
Well, ironically, my memory is of you.
Oh.
So 2011, we've talked about this, 2011 World Championship Shanghai.
Yes.
And I was having wasn't swimming a lot. I was swimming the relay, the 4x2 freestyle relay and the 400 free. And I was pretty miserable. And so I was up in the stands and you were swimming the 400 IM.
Yeah.
And I will never forget sitting there and watching you walk out. And I was so nervous. Like I was so nervous because I was like, this girl is like, this is the future. Like she is taking the torch and she is going to like carry on the American legacy. And I remember someone yelled like, let's go BZ, or I think it was like Mike Alexandrov.
It was Mike Alexandrov.
Yes. And you were like about to step, like you were about to take your mark. You were about to step, and you turn around and you give the grin that you have on right now, the biggest smile. And I have chills. I was like, oh, she's winning this thing.
I actually remember that.
She is winning this thing. And you commanded it all the way through. Like, it's so cool that both our memories are 400 IM. But
and like watching each other swim a 400 IM.
Yes. And like, I just remember being so proud and so filled with happiness, which was like, at the time, I was so low on myself. So like to feel that was really cool. And I just remember thinking like, God, like that was such a good swim. And she owned that and she crushed that. And you were so proud on the podium. And yeah, I just remember being like, we are in good hands with this girl.
Well,
yeah,
that means a lot coming from still the current American record holder. 4:31.1, folks. Still standing. 17 years.
Ridiculous.
I know.
But
I love that, Katie. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is cool to have a swim like that, though. I know you've had them, but like a swim where like no one is around you and you're like, oh yeah, I won.
Yeah. I mean, at what point, do you remember at what point in that race where you were like, this is mine?
I think after the 250, after the first 50 breaststroke, because it was Steph Rice, who ironically has been like through all of us. She spanned both of our careers. On the pod. We do. I was like, if I can be out at the first 200 with Steph, I know my breaststroke is a little bit stronger than hers. And then I was out ahead of her, maybe just even.
Yeah.
And then my breaststroke was hot.
Yeah, I remember.
I think I was like
you've been working
low.
on it for a minute. Like I remember watching you do like 100 and 200 breaststroke that year and be like, okay, she's.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys, if you want to be an IMer, like the best way to get better at it is to work on your weakness.
Yep.
Right. And so that's what I did. But I think after that 250, when I was ahead after breaststroke, I was like, oh, sweet. It's the best feeling ever.
The best.
You don't get it often, but when you do,
no, it's like good. You can count on one hand.
I know.
In your career,
like, you're like, that was good. That was a good one.
That was a great one.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. What's next?
I think we just finish up with just some notable call outs before we close out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I want to give a notable mention to Tori Husk because with these mixed relays and some of these 50s added, although that isn't even the case for her, she's swimming the 50 free, the 100 free, the 200 free, the 100 fly, the 4x200 freestyle relay, the 4x100 freestyle relay, most likely the 4x100 mixed relay, and the 4x100 100 medley relay.
Did we add up how many races that could be?
16. 16, assuming that she obviously everything goes according to plan. But yes, she has the potential to swim 16 races. Jeez. Which is over 8. Is 8 days? 9 days?
8 or 9.
8 or 9 days is like even the getting in, getting out, drug testing, warm up, warm down, press cut. Like there's so much that goes into that, far more than any other meet, because you have those added little things that trust me when I say they add up.
Right. And that's the people that, those are the things that people don't see.
No.
Because it's behind the curtain. You know, all you turn on is that live coverage. You see the race, you think it's over.
Yeah.
No, there's far more that meets the eye when it comes to that. So yeah, Tori Husk, she's going to be a busy gal.
Busy bee.
And then I want to end out by talking about Lilly King.
Yes.
We're going to wrap up this episode because Lilly is wrapping up her career, and she has been an iconic member of this U.S. contingent that we've had over the past 10 years.
Yeah.
We would not be the team that we are without her. And I mean, I remember her from her first World Cup days as a junior team member back in, I think it was 2014. My first trip was with her. Then, she goes to Rio. She has that iconic gold medal swim and just world record, more Olympic medals, more world champion. And then turning into the leader that she has become has been really, really beautiful, I think, for everybody to watch. Mm-hmm. It's like when you watch somebody just blossom into this incredible woman. And she started as just a little kid from Indiana. And I think she has done absolute wonders for our sport. And she is going to leave a massive hole that will never be filled. And I think it's really cool that, her last ever, at least domestic competition was in Indy.
So poetic.
At IUPUI, which like most of her meets had been at growing up. And she's going to be ending her career on such a high at a world championships. And then she's going to get married in October. And just like, it's a perfect ending to a beautiful story.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like those are rare. Like not everyone gets that like fairy tale ending. And whenever you see someone get it, you're like, oh, good.
And I agree. And it is so nice to see when somebody is in the moment, they know that they're retiring.
Right.
So like after our live show, she was racing that week.
I know.
And she came to the Unfiltered Waters live show. And, you would think, one of the athletes that's racing, she would just kind of like scoot out the back and go and rest. She's like, nope, I'm going to take it all in. I'm going to sign every autograph. I'm going to stay. She ended up leaving when we left.
Which is, I remember looking and being like, oh, she's still here.
Yeah, like, Lily, go back home. You got raced.
Like, yeah, I'm good.
But and that's her. She's like, this is kind of a victory lap. I don't want to call it that, but she knows that this is the last time she's doing X. last time she's doing Y.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool that she's living in that and appreciating all of these moments for what they are. And I kind of was lucky enough to have that. Most people aren't.
Yeah.
But to know that it's the last time I'm going to warm up. It's the last time I'm going to put on my racing suit. Last time in the ready room.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's sad because I can't imagine Team USA without Lilly King, but she has paved the way for many people and she's inspired people, and we're going to be missing her, but I think we will be okay because of the road that she's paved.
Yeah.
So.
We need another sassy, spunky girl to step up and
Mackenzie Cherokee, baby.
yeah, get in there.
There she is.
All right, you guys, tune in, watch this amazing lady as she does all the on deck interviews, and go Team USA.
Yeah, go USA.